Phrasal verbs are one of the most difficult parts of learning English. That's why in this video I'm going to teach you 6 brand new phrasal verbs that will help you sound more natural when you speak English. And please watch to the end for a special quiz to help you test your knowledge. The first phrasal verb I have for you today is the phrasal verb to end up. This phrasal verb means that something didn't end in the way that you had planned or expected. To end up is also perfect to use when the end of a story ends in a surprising way. Now let's see some examples. John ended up a rich man. Good for John. John ended up in prison. In the second example, no one really expects or wants to go to prison. So if you were telling a story about someone who was in prison, to wrap up how that person got into prison, in this example John, to end up would be the perfect way of finishing up telling the story that happened. The next phrasal verb I have for you today is to ace something. This phrasal verb is perfect to use when someone has completed something perfectly. It could be a test, a job interview, anything like that is the perfect circumstances to use this phrasal. Please remember, this phrasal verb implies or shows that whoever completed a test or a job interview did it easily. It was easy for them. For example, everyone knows he'll ace the test. In this example, instead of saying everyone knows he will pass the exam, we're using to ace to really show the listener that whoever is going to pass the test will do so easily. They could do it in their sleep if they wanted to. And the next phrasal verb is to sink in. This phrasal verb means, when referring to facts or ideas, that something will be completely understood or known. It usually implies that something has taken a really long time to understand. For example, I needed to read the question twice before it finally sunk in. In this example, I needed to read it twice means that I found this question really difficult. So I wouldn't say I needed to read this question many times to understand it. There's way too many words, and it's much easier and more efficient to a listener for someone to say instead to sink in. If you were listening to this in a conversation, would you rather hear I needed to read the question twice before it finally sunk in, or I needed to read the question twice to finally understand what the question was asking? Easy choice, right? Now, if you're someone that really wants to speed up and improve their English quickly, make sure you click the link in my description or the first pinned comment to get my free ebook that will give you 7 tips to really speed up your English learning and get results faster. These are the exact same tips I share with my students, but I'm sharing it with you for free. So again, make sure you check out the description box or the first pinned comment to get my free ebook. And with that, let's get back to the video. To end with. This phrasal verb means that something is at an end, or something has caused something to end. You might see or hear ended with, ending with, or ends with. That is, with the end of something, to have something at the final end part. For example, the film ended with a happy ending, or he will end his essay with a quote. And the next phrasal verb is to bring something up. Now you can hear to bring someone up or to bring something up. It all depends on what the person's talking about. Now, what does it mean? Well, this phrasal verb means talk about a particular subject or person that wasn't being talked about before. Usually this happens suddenly and no one was expecting it. For example, I tried to bring up my question to the teacher. I tried to bring up my concerns to my boss. In both these examples, we're really showing the listener that we really tried to start a conversation about something that wasn't being discussed previously. Another example, she brought up her ex-boyfriend again. In this example, as with the previous ones, we're really showing the listener that maybe we were at a party or a friend's house or with some friends and we were talking about something else, and then this person brought up their ex when no one was talking about them previously. To bring something or someone up is a really good phrasal verb when you want to save time when telling a story and not having to tell the listener that you were talking about something else. The next phrasal verb is to go ahead. Though usually you'll hear just go ahead. And this phrasal verb is really quite simple. It means you're allowed to do something. You're permitted to do it. For example, go ahead. I was waiting in line anyway. In this example, we're really showing the listener that we were allowing another person to do something. However, sometimes this phrasal verb is used in sports, especially in the US, when someone or a team starts winning. We finally scored the go-ahead goal. It's quiz time. If you aren't sure about any of the verbs, please rewatch the video again. Okay, ready? Let's begin. Which phrasal verb do you use when you want to discuss a topic that wasn't previously being talked about? To bring up, to go ahead, to end with. Did you get it right? The correct answer is to bring something or someone up. Which phrasal verb do you use when you want to say that you're going to pass a test or exam easily? To end up, to ace something, to go ahead. I know you can do it. The correct answer is to ace something. Don't worry if you got it wrong. You can always rewatch the video and then do this test again. Okay, next word. Which phrasal verb do you use when you want to give permission to someone or to say that in the US especially, a team is winning? To end up, to go ahead, to bring something up. This one should be easy, I hope. You got it? The correct answer is to go ahead. Did you get it right? How many correct answers do you have? Write me in the comment section. Which phrasal verb do you use when you want to explain how something finished? Now you can get this one right. To end with, to go ahead, to sink in. Do you feel confident this time? The correct answer is to end with. This one should be easier to remember because to end with has to end, which is just a synonym for to finish. Which phrasal verb do you use when you want to explain how someone got into a particular situation or circumstance that was surprising or unexpected? To ace something, to end with, to end up. You know this one? It might be a bit more tricky. The correct answer is to end up. Final question. Which phrasal verb means you finally understand a topic or an idea after a long period of time. To ace something, to bring up, to sink in. Do you know this one? You feel confident? The correct answer is to sink in. Don't worry if you got this one wrong. I have an easy fix to always remember it. You can think of it, if you know the word sink, means something falls. So when you want to say sink in, you can think of whatever idea or topic it is, sinking or entering your brain, dropping into your brain or someone else's brain, and you finally understand whatever it is. Well done. How did you do? Did you get all of them right? Write me in the comments. Now I have a challenge for you. Can you write in the comment section below a sentence using one of these phrasal verbs? Please don't forget my free ebook, link in the description and comment section below. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because next week I'll be teaching you even more phrasal verbs that will be perfect to sound more natural in your next English conversation. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, please hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.